Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm late. Welcome, everyone. It's great to have you here. Let's just sing. Let's do it. Yeah. Be as good as you are.
Good as you are, na 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 na. Maybe you're a painter, a lion tamer. Maybe you're a doctor or a nurse. Maybe you fight fires or walk high wires or build big castles like Hearst. Do you pilot a plane, engineer a long train? Are you the captain of a great big boat? Do you write hit songs for the world to sing along? Are you a farmer raising pigs and goats? Whatever you decide to do, it's special because it's you. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Go ahead and shine bright as a star. Go ahead and fly higher than a rainbow in the sky. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Na 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 na. Keep a smile in your heart, just remember who you are, let your light be shining through. You go ahead and be as good as you are. Go ahead and shine bright as a star. Go ahead and fly higher than a rainbow in the sky. Go ahead and be as good as you are. Na 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 na.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Shane Hughes. I'm your host, Shane Hughes, and I am the Force. Yeah, thank you. Welcome to our Center for Spiritual Living. Whether you're with us in person or live streaming, just know you're welcome, you belong, and you're very much loved. Love streamers, could you please share with us? Hey, Raj, is Kathy on there? She might be, shirking. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living, based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among all religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our own individual consciousness to make the world a better place. Please say with us our purpose statement. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. Okay. Our theme this month is summer transmutation. I had to say that word like 18 times this morning. I'm trying to. And Reverend Cindy's talk is coming out. That's going to be good. Jim Ferris will be doing our reading and prayer. Thanks, Jim. And Hildreth is currently, as we speak, holding high watch, knowing our highest good. Today's special music is Mary Otterstrom and Kjersten Danzig. Is that right? Okay. Kirsten's spelt wrong. It's got a J in there.
That's my fault.
Oh.
It passed down. My great-great-grandma had her name spelled wrong, so we just...
Because you could real easy just say Kjersten. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Just,
Kjersten Danzig.
yeah, just FYI. Next week's speaker is Reverend Cindy Edelson, and she will be speaking about using the divine masculine for good, correct? Okay, so what I'm reading into that is I need to buy more tools. Thank you. Did you hear that, Kathy? Next week's music is going to be Rory. Yeah. Let's see here. Coming up June 21st at 7 p.m. is Spiritual Cinema, and the movie will be Disney's Soul. I hear that's a pretty good movie. I haven't seen it yet. Popcorn and lemonade will be served. Okay, just as a reminder, June and July we're doing a contest called Bring a Guest to our celebration, and whoever brings the most guests after the 2 months gets a free big screen TV, which is kind of cool. And if there's a tie, I'm keeping it. Unless I hear otherwise, I'm keeping it. So you get this big screen TV, and check this out. You get 1 million good karma points. I mean, that's hard to pass up. For details, there is a flyer out on the hospitality table. So have a look at that. Okay. Food, Fun, and Friends signups has been extended to June 30th. And except for the June events, all June events will be closed out after this Sunday. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but okay. Hey, Robert, could you come up here? Where you at? Here comes Robert Wetzel, everybody.
Man, you stole my big lead.
What one was it? You didn't.
Which is,
We should
so,
coordinate.
yeah, we should. That'd be a good idea. You know, for various reasons, we kind of started Food, Fun, and Friends a little bit late this year. I'm sure you noticed. And so a lot of people have been saying, I haven't had time to bid. I haven't had time to bid. So we decided to extend the bidding through the end of the month for all of the events, except for things that are in June, because obviously you need to bid on those now. So we'll close those out today. So take a look at the sheets out there. If you want to bid on one of the June ones, we'll close those out today. The rest, you've got a little bit of time. We still have bidder numbers, so you can grab a bidder number from me after, fill out the sheet and hand it to me. I just wanted to make one little note I've noticed on the bid sheets. If you notice, there's a color, a few rows that that are highlighted. And what that is, that's the number of spaces that are available in this event. So for instance, this one, Chinese Dinner with Ruth, has completely filled up, and a couple people bid after. If you bid after, you're going to have to raise your bid in order to kick somebody out that's got an earlier bid. So I see 2 people have bid on this, and they're not going to get in because we're full. So keep that in mind. Take a look at your bids and make sure that you're upping the bid if you really want to go, and it's past the highlighted sections. There's a few things out there you'll see that there's no limit to the number of people, so, you know, bid away, but you can still overbid on those too if you like. So anyway, that's my spiel, and here you go.
Cover that.
Oh, okay, man.
Go ahead, you're here.
He's having me do his work. Yes. Did you know we rent our classroom and sanctuary for private events like birthday parties, weddings, business meetings? If you're looking for a space for your next event, please contact me. I'll give you the rates and all the information. We've had some great things. Some people did some work events here. The school downstairs had their graduation in here. We have a wedding coming up. There's a lot of fun things, so keep it in mind, and a couple birthday parties too. So keep it in mind. It's a great source of income for the center.
Thanks, Robert. To get more information about our center, you are invited to go to www.spirituallyfree.org. And you can also find us on Facebook, Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Yes, Linda? Oh, I thought you raised your hand. Do we have anybody visiting us for the first time? Oh, welcome, welcome. Thank you for raising your hand. Appreciate that. We have a gift for you at the hospitality table, and just know you belong here. You're welcome here, and we love you. I know we don't just met, but we love you. And we affirm for you that you will receive a blessing. Well, we affirm for everybody that will receive a blessing by being here today, this morning. Our ministry is founded on prayer. Prayer helps us deal with whatever comes our way and to recognize a spiritual purpose for whatever might be happening in our lives. If you're having trouble knowing that for yourself right now, Please contact one of our amazing practitioners. They're wearing the purple stoles. Ouch. And they can help you know it for you. Right after services, they will be available right across the hall in the practitioner room, and they'll pray with you and help you know your highest best. Like I said, our practitioners are wearing the joyous purple stoles. Now, I invite you all to go within and allow the centering music to connect you with the God within. Amen.
Divine Spirit, here I stand, just the way I am. I rest here in your grace. I let go of time and space, and I empty my mind, and my heart is open to you. And I feel your love. It is mine to give away. And I feel your peace. It's in every breath I take. You are in me. I am in you. We are one vibration. I feel the constant invitation to remember who I really am. I'm so grateful for the wisdom and the power close at hand. I am thankful for the presence of the divine within me, and I celebrate my life, and my heart stays wide open to you.
Ernest Holmes said, "You belong to the universe in which you live. You are one with the creative genius behind the flow of all life. You are as much a part of that flow as the sun, the earth, and the air. Allow yourself to be still and hear the voice of your inner wisdom welling up inside you from your divine source. Your soul belongs to the universe, a universe filled with a divine and infinite presence that is the unlimited source of the higher self you truly are. The greatest minds of the ages have accepted that such an invisible oneness exists. Socrates called it his spirit. Jesus called it his Father in heaven. Ancient mystics called it universal self. As Emerson said, we are each a doorway through which the infinite passes into the finite, through which God becomes human, through which the universal becomes individual. Know with utmost simplicity and complete faith that there is a real spirit of you, which is as eternal as God, as indestructible as the one reality, as changeless as truth. This sacred spirit is seeking to manifest through you. Allowing that to happen is the only way you will feel completely whole. So now let's allow some moments of silence to connect us with our own higher self. Then I will lead us in prayer. I am so grateful for the spirit of gratitude and love that I feel in this room. It moves around me and within me, and it is felt by those at home watching. This divine presence lives in each of us. What a miracle. Life with its outward nature, beauty all around, seasons, beautiful rain and snow, and gorgeous blue skies. And that peace and calm we find within, comforting us on cold winter days or in seasons of high emotion with family or other situations in front of us. We have that one peace within, that spirit of life that gets us through anything. Meanwhile, today, we celebrate in community, in music and song, and beautiful messages of truth and wholeness, reminding us throughout the week to spread that in ourselves with our inner smile and our outward smile to those around us, letting them feel the presence you see within them. They see in your smile. I bless this service and all of the volunteers that help make it happen, as well as our people up front on the stage playing this gorgeous music that makes us feel spirit. How can we not? We gather together and rejoice in the spirit of all life. I bless this service as we all say together, and so it is. Amen.
Teresa Martin led a wonderful guided meditation this morning, speaking to boldness in our theme of summer transportation. The song that we'll sing together is a popular song I'm sure you'll recognize. I encourage you to sing out. But it speaks to the obstacles in our way and them just clearing away, and how that allows our boldness, the soul within us, to express more fully. And it's up to us to clear those obstacles. And we have the tools to do that, right? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Let's sing along, please, everybody. I can see clearly now.
Gone are the dark clouds that had me down.
You noticed we have the lovely Mary Otterstrom here joining the band today. Yeah. Still trying to get her on full time. It's wonderful to have her back. It's been a long time. And today she brought a special surprise. Her daughter Kjersten is going to sing and play with her. So let's bring up Kjersten Danzig and please Mary Otterstrom. Special music today.
Oh, I am so excited to get to perform with Kjersten today. So usually I come with Jimmy, and he sends his love, and we love coming and playing for you guys. But Kjersten just graduated from college, and she's been away in Wisconsin, and I was able to snag her. And
It didn't take much convincing. You've heard her play, so yes.
But some of you who have been coming to the center for a long time will remember when Kjersten used to come with her siblings and
I was
sing.
this tall.
Yeah. So anyway, I think she's grown up pretty good.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are such a beautiful community. I'm so happy to be here today. This is a song I wrote. It's a little lullaby, and I wrote it for my younger self. So I hope you like it. Used to be when I was 3, I couldn't sleep alone. You grabbed my hand so tight, whispered it was alright. You said the moon is shining, it's her turn for guiding us through. They tucked away, not much to say, we wouldn't understand with all that they were hiding, 'cause truth would be dividing. We combined our powers to get us through the hours. Ooh. And I'll hold you in the shadows. They mow away the dark, spin hopes like winning calls. Let's write another story, sing another song, 'cause that's the thing. If we can dream, we'll carry on. There'll come a time you'll see past lines, a wilted childhood, clinging only to surviving. Don't worry about reviving. Each day like another, 'cause none is how we cover. But I'll hold you in the shadows. They mow away the
with you near is the greatest gift of all. Didn't know if we'd make it, with scars and wounds we faked it. But the moon is smiling, 'cause the brightest star kept shining. That's you. And I'll hold you in the shadows. They mow away the dark, spin hopes, cast waiting corpse. Let's write another story, or sing a few more songs, 'cause that's our theme. 'Cause we can dream, we'll carry on.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Kirsten. Wow, I love it when mothers and daughters and sisters and family members come sing here. There's just something so extra special about it. We are blessed here in this community, aren't we? Yes. Let's just, yeah. Our music program is fabulous, and I do want to point out one thing. We have a lot of June birthdays, including Rick. His birthday's next week, including Linda. Her birthday's next week. Thought I'd let that go, huh? We have a lot of birthdays this month, and I think that June's a great time for us to maybe roll out a birthday cake next week. So if you're a fan of birthday cake, make sure that you're here on Sunday. So first of all, I want to say summer transmutation, right? Shane practiced it this morning, so I got it. And that today, coming out is my title. But it's not the coming out you might think, and maybe it is. Because last week, we were at Pride. Yes. In fact, if you were involved in any way, if you gave money, if you gave your time, if you gave your talents, please stand up. Because I see you in the room. Stand up. Anyone that, yes, let's give everybody a standing O. As Linda said, we rocked it. We rocked it. It was awesome. It was awesome. Kevin, you're amazing. You're amazing. Shemaine, if you're watching, you are the logistical queen, right? And we got announced, we were in the parade, and we got announced 3 times. 3 times. That meant that 3 times over a loudspeaker, people who didn't know who we were or that we even existed heard about us. It was fabulous. It was a great time. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But I wanted to start with that word transmutation. And I know that Lana covered this last week. But I just wanted to say in simple words, it means to change from one nature, substance, form, or condition into another. Or transform. That's what we're all about here, right? So, last week, when Lana talked to us, she did a wonderful job in teaching us the principles taught in this community each week that we speak from here and every time that we teach a class, so that you can transmute this summer, so that you can have transformation in your life. She talked about those things that we teach: affirmative prayer treatment, meditation, embodiment, self-awareness, gratitude, compassion, manifestation, and sacred study. That's what we do here. That's what we teach here. And when I'm talking about coming out, I want to talk about stories, some different stories of people who dare to be themselves. Now, there might be some coming out stories for Pride, but there's some other coming out stories. And what I want most of all to engage you in is a conversation about becoming a more tolerant society where everybody feels comfortable with who they are. That is the cornerstone of what I wanted to talk about today. So, I know that within this room we are loving, that we love each other unconditionally, that we support each other, that we see the best in each other. But I want to know what happens outside of these walls. Do you have coworkers, neighbors, even friends and family that have a different way of showing up? A different belief system that might be different from your political values, your social morals, things like that? And you find yourself maybe having a judgment. There's a right or wrong here. Oh, they don't agree with me. I've been seeing this a lot lately on Facebook. And I remember when this first came out, the last election or two, people in the gay community or LGBTQ plus community, they would put out there that if you are not voting in the same way I'm voting, then you're voting in a way that is against me. If you're not voting a particular way, then you don't love me. And when I first saw that and heard that, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon for a minute, and I had to like reel myself back in and say, wait a minute. My family that vote differently than I do, they love me, and they accept me. Just because they vote the way they vote doesn't mean that they don't. And I had to, I think I had shared that post, and I took it down. Because I'm like, no, that's not what I'm in alignment with. That's not what I'm about. So I want you to do a little soul searching today as I speak. I'm not going to ask you to share with anyone. Don't worry. Sometimes I do that, but not today. So I'm saying that what happens is we put ourselves in closets. We put ourselves in cages. We do this to ourselves because there's a good reason. We think it's a safe place to be. It's a safe place to be because if we go tell someone what we're really thinking or what we're really about, they might not be in alignment with that. They might not agree with that. Not even as far as the big society goes, but maybe a partner, maybe a family member, maybe someone that you know you've seen your whole life, that you really have a different way of expressing yourself than them. It keeps you safe. So I don't want you to necessarily go out and blurt out all your secrets all at once to these people. I just want you to notice. I want you to notice how you feel when you're with someone and you're not being 100% yourself. You're not saying what you really feel because you want to keep the peace. I know a little bit about that because I'm a 9 on the Enneagram, if anyone knows Enneagram, and the 9s are peacekeepers, peacemakers. It's taken me a long time to be a healthy 9, and to be able to express myself. So, we have these hidden secrets. And those hidden secrets can really be devastating to our lives. Now, yeah, they might be big secrets. Like, I have a very dear cousin that is trans. And I love her. And she kept that secret for years and years and years and wasn't really herself and got more and more depressed. The other day I was pulling out the hose. It wasn't cooperating very well, trying to unroll it. And as I was unrolling it and I was watering, the water stopped because there was a kink in the hose. I believe that when we are not being ourselves, we're causing a kink. There's a kink in our hose. There's a kink in our flow. What does this do? It can do a lot of things. Perhaps it can cause depression, numbness. Maybe it could cause for our lives to be going a very different direction that we intended to be. There's a kink in our flow. What does this do? It can do a lot of things. Perhaps it can cause depression, numbness. Maybe it could cause for our lives to be going a very different direction that we intended to be. To the universe in which you live. You are one with the creative genius behind the flow of all life. Remember, you can't be kinked up to be in the flow of all life. You are much a part of that flow as the sun, the earth, and the air. Allow yourself to be still and hear the voice of your inner wisdom welling up inside you from your divine source. So, I have 3 stories today that I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a little small print warning here. That when you step out and be who you are really meant to be, it can cause people in your life to get very uncomfortable. Right? Because they are used to you being maybe kind of numbed out, doled down, not as bright and vibrant as you're meant to be. The first story is one of mine. And it's not my coming out story. I think I did that last year for Pride. So this is a kind of different coming out story. And I'm going to call it a career coming out story. See, I was in the closet about my love of God. And before I get to the root of it, I just have to share this quick little story that one time I was working in the graphic arts industry and I was preparing for a class. I was a practitioner. I printed a bunch of stuff off on the copier at work, and I got busy with calls. And the next thing I heard, and I was in my little cubicle, was someone holding up a bunch of paper saying, "Whose God stuff is this?" And I was like, that would be mine. I recognized that I was embarrassed. Would they still like me? Would they still love me if I loved God? So as I continued in my journey after becoming a practitioner, I knew that I wanted to go on to ministry. I knew I wanted to go on to ministry for at least 10 years before I actually jumped into filling in the application to go to school. My family and friends, they said, "Cindy, are you serious? You have a great job. Well, why don't you at least work 10 more years and get more money in your 401k? Or why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" Except for one person. sitting in the back of the room. And she said, I support you. Maybe she could see the minister in me. But she said, we're going to make this work. I want you to do this thing that you're called to do. So because I had that partnership, I was able to fill in the application and go to school. And it was no small feat, you guys. I flew to Los Angeles every week for years. Yeah. Bren even gave me her old car to park at Agape so that when I'd get there on my flight, I would Uber to my car and have the car while I was there. Everything was so in alignment because it was my call, the calling on my life, what I was meant to do. And I remember feeling like, well, I love being a practitioner, and yes, I love my work, but there's something that is not expressing here. There was that kink in the hose. So, all of you must have heard the story of the Velveteen Rabbit, right? So I have a small passage from that I want to read. And it's Margaret Williams who wrote The Velveteen Rabbit. Real isn't how you are made, said the skin horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with, but really loves you, then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up, he asked, or bit by bit? It doesn't happen all at once, said the skin horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off, and your eyes drop out, and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all. Because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to the people who don't understand. I want to thank this community for letting me be real. You know, it's so important for us to show the way for our society to be tolerant of everyone. And when Bren and I were in the parade on our bikes riding around, I had so much pride and love for being so supported by this community. I kind of had to pinch myself. Wow, look at my life. Isn't this amazing? So the next story I have for you, yeah, this might even need even more Kleenex, but that's the warning. There's a story of these two young men. They fell in love in high school. But they were afraid to be truthful with their friends and their family. When David and Mark graduated high school, they went off to different universities. And they spoke every day. And they actually were in different countries. One of them was in Costa Rica. They spoke every day, and they dreamed together about life, what it would be like when they were together after they had their education. They also planned a vacation every year where they could meet up. The family didn't know. The friends didn't know. Nobody knew about their love for each other. Their last vacation together, it was right before the last year of school. They met in Florida. And Mark showed up, and he was not feeling well. And as they were together in Florida, it got worse and worse and worse. But he said, no, I can't go to the ER because paperwork's going to get sent to my family's house. And he just wouldn't go. He wouldn't go. So when they finally flew back home, he went right to the hospital. The hospital admitted him immediately to the ICU. His family came, his mother and father, to be with him at his bed, and he couldn't even talk to David on the phone when they were in the room. They finally did talk one more time, and the next day he passed. David was broken that Mark was gone. And he went home and he went into the house, and his father saw these tears and said, "What is going on with you? I know Mark was your good friend." He said, "No, you don't understand. He was my person. He was my soulmate. He was the partner that I wanted to be with the rest of my life." And his father just grabbed him and allowed him to just cry in his arms. From that moment on, David was out because he realized that his father still loved him. So he came out to the rest of his family, his friends, and yet he chose to not say anything to Mark's parents because he didn't have the opportunity to do it himself. And they were also dreaming about how they were going to come out together as a couple. That's what I'm talking about. Why we have this coded thing inside of us that we can't be ourselves, that we hide these secrets, the truth of who we are. Maya Angelou said, if you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing it can be. So, the next story I have is about a young man that lived in South Africa. He still lives there. And when he grew up, his family taught him how to be racist. They didn't do it intentionally, but they did it. They'd get in the car to go to the ocean, and they'd have to drive through black areas, and the first thing the parents would do was lock the doors. They'd get to the ocean, and he said, "Mommy, why is there 2 sections?" And she said, "Because the black people have to be there, and the white people are here." This is what he learned from a very young age. And I can relate to that in my upbringing. There was no reasoning. It's just what we were taught as children. So this young man grows up, and he's got a pretty blessed life. And he decides he wants to be a modern South African. He wants to be fully accepting of everybody. He wants to be different from the generations before. And he ends up going for a job interview in a nonprofit. And they say to him, because this nonprofit was about equality, they say to him, "How many black friends do you have?" And without missing a beat, he said 3. And then in his head, he realized it was 0. 0. And that moment shattered him. That moment made him come alive. That moment made him come aware to his own racism. So this is an extraordinary gentleman. What did he do? He had a very nice house with a pool, beautiful place. He packed up his things and he bought a house sight unseen in a black area. We would call it a ghetto. He loads up his car and he goes to his new place and he drives up with his car filled with his boxes, and he gets out of the car and people are congregating like, what is this white man doing here? Why are you here? What are you doing here? And he couldn't change his life unless he let this secret out. And he said to the neighbors, well, you see, I'm racist, and I don't want to be. And they just looked at him like he was an alien, like, who is this person? Why? This is crazy. So they looked at him like he was crazy, and a few minutes later, they offered to help him carry his boxes into his home. And he had that other thought, ooh, they might steal my stuff. And he said, okay, I know you're not going to steal my stuff, but I had the thought, and I'm telling you right now. And they said, oh, man, we got this. Come on, brother. So they pull him. Carl's got a call there. They get him all unpacked into his home. And then the next thing that happens is this giant party ensues. So they drink and they eat and they have this great time. And he went to sleep a little drunk and very tired and thought, what just happened? They tell him that they eat their meals together on the street. It's how this neighborhood bonds. So he wakes up the next morning. He takes his breakfast outside. And this little boy comes by. He's got his knapsack with his books. And he stops right in front of him. And these next two words changed his life. The little boy says to him, welcome home. That's bold, right? He wasn't just giving lip service to the fact that he didn't want to be racist. He was going to stay there for a month or two. He ended up staying 9 months. He got to know all those people. He got to serve in that nonprofit in a way that there's no way he could have, because he didn't have that experience. He didn't have that openness. He wasn't being real. This guy was real. So Howard Thurman tells us there is something in you that listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. It is the only true guide you will ever have, and if you cannot hear it, you will spend your days on the ends of string of someone else pulling it. That's life, isn't it? You get to choose. We get to choose on a daily basis whether we're going to be real and authentic and come out of our closets, our cages, or if we're just going to be puppets. Author Sue Sicking said, we will change until we come into our absolute expression. All changes are to establish us in our own true state of unfoldment. That's what we get to do here, you guys, together. We get to unfold as our true selves. I wouldn't want it any other way. Even when it comes to transformation, taking congregants away to live their dreams, we know I'm talking about Steve and Rob. I'm so happy for them. And you know what? I am truly happy for them. So I want to finish with these final words from Ernest from that reading this morning. Close your eyes and just take this in. Know with utmost simplicity and complete faith that there is a real spirit of you, which is as eternal as God, as indestructible as the one reality, as changeless as truth. This sacred spirit is seeking to manifest through you. Allowing that to happen is the only way you can feel completely whole. Let's pray. Just taking in a nice deep breath. With great gratitude for these stories, for the brave souls that dare to be real, authentic. Great gratitude for Ernest Holmes and his wisdom and all these other teachers and mentors and mystics. Some that have passed and left books and teachings, and some that are still on this planet that we follow and we cherish and we learn from and remember from. But mostly grateful to know there is only one power, one presence. It doesn't matter whether you call it Mother, Father, God, oneness, Yeshua, the way, Hashem, Adonai, the universe, love, heart, wholeness. So many names and so many faces, and yet only one. This one that is in and through all things. Every blade of grass, every flower, every tree, every animal, every insect, whether it flies or crawls or hops, slithers, swims. It's simply everywhere. It's as far as the universes that we don't see with the naked eye, but that are there. And because I know it's everywhere, I know it's as close as our breath. Because it is in me, through me, as me. And I know this is the same truth for everybody within earshot of this prayer. Everyone in this room, everybody watching this recording later. That we are one and the same as the one. We can never be separated from it. Because it's always present. And through this presence, I claim and know that we are the way our society accepts and loves everybody. We get to show up as these accepting presences, knowing the greatest and brightest for each and every brother, sister, friend, parent, child, co-worker, even stranger that we walk and see and smile at. That even if they don't agree with how we live and express ourselves, their expression is just as divine and holy as everybody else's. We get to create the society first here within our hearts. And I claim and know for my beloveds in this room that have family members, friends, beloveds in the hospital, or recently diagnosed, or going through changes in their body temple. I know for all of us that these body temples that we live in are these temporary housings that we live in, have the opportunity for healing always, and our soul can never be broken or different or less than. And I know for myself and everybody that's had loss this year that this understanding that goes beyond any human understanding is here for us. It holds us in grace. And I also know this for Christiane and her beautiful husband that has passed away and shuffled off that mortal soil. We hold them in prayer and knowing that ever-present life is always the truth and the way. So I give you a moment now to speak a name into this room, your name first, and whoever you want prayer for, go ahead and speak it out loud if you want, or speak it silently in your head. Go ahead and do that now. Cindy. Everyone that I pray for. Yes, yes, yes. All those names, the universe has heard the request. We also take this beautiful Mother Gaia that we live on, and we know for her wholeness. We know that every day, in every way, she breathes better. The waters are clean. The air is clean. That she gets to go back to where she came from as well. Every cell, every atom, just the way it was created. That is the birthright for all of us and our beautiful, beloved planet. And I also hold in prayer the beautiful places on this planet that are experiencing something that doesn't look like love. It feels like hate and it looks like war. And we know that in those places on this planet that we lend ourselves our peace, our love. We allow ourselves to just blanket this earth with this love. And I am thankful. Thankful to know and thankful to request and thankful to have laid down these words, knowing that the prayer request has been made and the answer is yes, yes, yes. We might not even recognize it because it's so much bigger and bolder than we ever thought. So knowing that the prayer is done before we even spoke it, we release it into the law, into these spiritual laws that we love, that we study, that we teach, that we embody in this community, knowing that the law has it, and as a human in this beautiful body of ours, we get to just release it into the spiritual truth, knowing all is well, all is done, all is love. And if you resonate with any of this prayer, I ask you to say with me, and so it is. Amen. Ashe.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
Thank you. So this is the time where we get to practice one of our spiritual practices of giving. The ushers are coming around the room. And the first thing I always want to say is thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this wonderful community, this ministry. You can also do it online. You can go to our website. You can send a check. You can text to give. See, there's plenty of ways to give. The text to give number is 801-921-6697. There's also QR codes on our website, on our streaming. So again, thank you all. Thank you for being here. So we bless these gifts by outstretching our heart through our hands and repeating after me. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
We are so blessed.
We are so blessed.
We know our treasures, they go out and they come back multiplied abundantly. We are so blessed. And so it is. Thank you.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I
So let's hear some more from Mary Otterstrom and her daughter, Kjersten.
You know, these are the moments as a mom that you savor forever. Your kids grow up, they move away from home, then they come back and they let you make music with them.
I have a confession. I need to retune my guitar, and I was supposed to slip out in between, but I did not want to miss anything, and I got distracted, and now here we are. So just bear with me for a moment. It's gonna be so fast. And you can talk. You can tell a story. This is probably giving you deja vu. So.
Right? Well, you know, it's so fun because when Kjersten was little, she was going to be a pop star. And she would enlist her younger sister, Lucy, to make music videos with her. So Lucy's job was to run the camera, you know, the phone camera, and then Kjersten would look over the footage and tell Lucy how she needed to get the angles differently. And
I'm not forgetting to tune my guitar next time. This was, yeah, okay. Now with the cape out, my guitar is having a hard time with the shift of the dryness here. Wisconsin is not so humid, but it's certainly more than here.
But so anyway, if I'm here and you're just actively waiting for Kjersten, I can just brag about her for a minute because moms always take every opportunity, right? So I am so proud of this girl. She just graduated with her Bachelor in Fine Arts in Musical Theater with honors. And on top of that, she got a minor in dance and a minor in arts administration. And every Sunday, she ran the children's programming at the Unitarian Church while she was there. So
I told her to say all of that, so thanks, Mom. We should be in tune now. This is a song that I co-wrote with one of my best friends, Lauren Canfield. She's not here. She's in Austin, Texas. But I feel like it fits the theme of today. And it's really about how inherent who we are is. And regardless of whether or not we're able to accept it, it exists in the world and it's a beautiful thing. And I think like something that's been so meaningful to me, like sitting through this service as a younger person coming into adulthood, is just seeing all of the people in my life and in the sphere of this community that are creating a safe space for people to discover who they are. That's a really beautiful thing. So this is called Dandelion Wine. Okay.
Search for a sign that felt like mine in my little naive mind. Tried to show the world I know of the beauty that could grow. Left me all alone. I had to lie so I could hide something deep inside. Couldn't cry, bruised my pride, left my flowers out to dry. Never felt at home, trapped out on my own. I see little pieces of you everywhere, spreading like wildflowers without a care. I try to scream and wish you away with one prayer. Nothing goes shine, my dandelion wine.
Thank you.
Wow, how blessed we are. Thank you. Yeah, I remember when Kjersten was knee-high to a grasshopper, as they say. Yes. What a blossoming talent, and you must be so proud.
I am.
That's so great. That's so great. And Reverend Cindy, thank you for that beautiful message. Thank you. I was asked to speak a little bit about my experience with Food, Fun, and Friends last year. It was just remarkable. Not only the event that Shemaine and I hosted, gliding down the Provo River. That, of course, was wonderful. But I think I opted into 8 events and enjoyed so much every one of them. It was a chance to connect in a way that I wouldn't have otherwise had the opportunity. It was fun, relaxing, and I learned so much about people I thought I already knew. It was a fantastic experience and a win-win-win. For me, for them, for this community. It was just fantastic. So this year, Shemaine and I decided to do 2 rafting events, and I hope we can fit in as many of the other hosted events as possible. It was extraordinary, and what a great way to celebrate the summer months, too. So I encourage you to opt in, get your bidder number, and sign up for something. It's just remarkable. Remember that practitioners are available across the hall right after service. Let's stand and sing our closing song. This is a Steve Winwood tune called Roll With It. Yeah? So what is it? What are we rolling with?
Transmutation.
I want to say it's rolling with it, the sole expression, the boldest expression of ourselves. We're rolling with that. Whatever comes along, roll with it. Right. Sing along.